Do you have Alpy and Jock tonight?
No jock, or to be determined on both, actually.
Okay. Game times.
Yes, they're testing it out.
For Atari, is the plan to continue to hold him out of one half of back-to-backs for the time being?
Yeah. Yes.
Is he feeling any pain, or is that just being cautious?
I'm being cautious. He's increased the minutes to 30 plus now, and just trying to be smart for the time being until we need him for a back-to-back. But no, he's good to go, and he's increased his minutes.
What did you like about how Amen functioned as a primary ball handler with that starting lineup last night?
Yeah, he's finding his way to impact the game, not just scoring-wise, and getting guys into sets and getting guys shots, and more so in the half court. I think what he does in transition and off the glass is what he's always going to do, but has to start thinking a little bit differently as far as not just looking for himself, but knowing he's getting others, can create shots for other people. And so learning as he goes, saw some of that last year, and then obviously did a decent job last night.
Speaking of our man coach, he was named Western Conference Defensive Player of the Month for the month of January. What have you seen from his defensive growth this season?
The versatility that we always have with him. He can guard pretty much every position. He wasn't for February, was he? On Brunson last night, was he? From January. It's January, but no, he's guarding 1 through 5 and doing what he does, what he's always done. So we know that about him already. Gives us the versatility to put him with any lineup and guard any position, and so obviously stands out the blocks, the steals, but the on-ball defense, whether it's 1 through 5, and saw that obviously January and all year so far.
Not the way that you wanted the game to end last night, but when you came to the press conference, you talked about the lapse in defense, and one of the first things that Amen said was he took full responsibility, and also so did Tari. What was the message on today as far as getting back to that defensive mindset that you like to play?
Yeah, that anytime you give up 46 in the quarter, it's really on us. We're not doing anything unusual, but a lot of it was, some mistakes, some rebounding, things of that nature, but a lot of it was just one-on-one, and that's where you have to, kind of buckle down and take pride in those matchups. We've had some slippage in January, to be honest, and so we look at our overall defense of the month. I think we're 19th ranked for the month of January. Not good enough for our standards and where we've been all year, and then our first quarters have been just as poor, so getting off to better starts, and we gave up some 40-point quarters, the first quarters throughout January as well. So obviously got to get back to what made us successful early. And yeah, those guys, obviously we're not happy with the fourth quarter and losing that 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter and giving up 46. But they take pride in what they do, and we'll look forward to getting back to it tonight.
What are some things you look for at the start of the game to know that they received that message of getting back to you guys' defensive ways?
Yeah, better first quarters, like I just mentioned, in general, not just going up and down with teams. And you saw that in the last Brooklyn game. I think it was 13-13, just back and forth, and no resistance by either team. And that's not who we want to be. In the Memphis game, it's 19-19, and sometimes when it gets going and you're scoring so easily, we still want to obviously get to guarding like we are capable of. And so the start will be pretty indicative of how we come out. And obviously a game we probably played our worst game of the year 3 days ago against Brooklyn, and then obviously the last quarter last night. We just want to have some better carryover to get back to what made us successful in the early part of the year.
You guys are dealing with some injuries right now with Fred at that point guard spot, so someone like Reed is probably going to play more. What have you made of his development so far this season?
Yeah, he's having his ups and downs as most rookies do. Played quite a bit early and then not for a stretch, and obviously got the time in the G League where he performed really well, but has to take advantage of all the opportunities he's getting with guys out, and night-to-night basis. Sometimes go with Aaron, Reed, Jay Sean, whatever it may be, and just continue to stay aggressive and confident and kind of go through the process of learning the NBA as you go, on both sides of the ball. So guys getting hurt, we're a deep team, gives opportunities to other guys, and needs to take advantage of those.
How do you weigh, with a young player like Reed, who's not going to get much playing time, kind of the benefits of having him still stay up with you guys versus go down to the G League again?
Yeah, I talked about it a few days ago where, he's almost too good for the G League in the 3 games he was there. Put up 30, got a 49-point game, and so it wasn't for a lack of confidence or skill set. he was down there. I think as you go through kind of navigate your first year in the NBA, it's invaluable for him to be around us and see the NBA game, be in any situation, whether he finds some minutes or not, and kind of learn from the vets and watch and learn. And so, it's a balance of does he need live game reps versus going through everything for the first time. And we feel like he kind of proved what he can do down there and needs to be with us for any situation that we need him.
Coach, playing this Nets team so quickly, what are some of the things that you've learned from the last game that you all need to improve on this game?
Just our effort from the start. Like I said, that was our worst game of the year by far from a effort, competitive standpoint. Came off a really good road trip against some high-quality teams and had a letdown there. And then, obviously, our zone offense, where we struggle at times in that game specifically, but we're really good against Cleveland back-to-back games where they ran a ton of zone. And so getting back to, you can't just fall off a cliff because Fred's not out there to kind of get us into sets. And like I said, Amen handling now needs to understand where to get guys situated in our zone offense.
Anything else? Great, thank you.
Thank you.